Why did you ban me when I was calling you out for being a rude individual?
Because you started calling me racist towards Islam. Islam isn't a race. No.
You are racist.
Towards what? What race?
You are racist though.
To what race? That's cool. Would you want to go to 355 for me?
Yeah, before we do this, I just want to show you something. Let me show something real quick.
What?
I want you to know this is actually happening.
Okay.
So, I want to show you is we're recording this, and I will post this for our conversation. So, if you utter some BS, right, I will post it.
I don't care.
Because a lot of people on the server, including Christians, are getting very upset at how you interact with people. And there's some rumors of you doing a certain thing. I'm not going to discuss what it is. So be wise.
What are you even talking about?
Make your claims. Go ahead. I'll answer you today.
What is 355 in the Quran? Okay, so surah 355. Where's Allah? Go up to it.
Okay, let's go to 355. Let's read it.
Read the Arabic out.
Okay. Would you read 355 for us? Go ahead. Read it out.
Remember when Allah said, O Isa, O Jesus, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself. Where's to myself?
Keep reading.
Where's to myself? Explain to me where's to myself.
Read the full verse. Thank you.
You don't need
verse,
to read the
we'll
full verse. Just tell me. Where's Allah? That's all we need to read.
Read the full verse and then make your claim, and then I'll answer you. Please, do it.
And purify you from those who disbelieve, and make those who follow you in submission in Allah. I can't see it. It's too blurry. Like you gotta zoom in, brother.
I'll read it for you. No problem. Mention when Allah said, "O Jesus, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself and purify you, i.e., free you from those who disbelieve and make those who follow you in submission to Allah alone, superior to those who disbelieve until the day of resurrection. Then to me is your return, and I will judge you concerning that in which you used to differ." Okay.
Yes.
What is your problem with this verse?
My problem with this verse is when it says that, "O Isa, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself." This is Allah saying He's going to raise Jesus to Himself with a closeness with Jesus that He's going to have. The tafsirs on this hadith, on this Quran verse, says very clearly that He's going to be taken to Allah, the very presence of Allah, till the day of resurrection, and come back down. Then He's going to die, and then He's going to go back to the very presence of Allah. To me is not to heaven. You can't. If you want to interpret that, that's just crazy. Allah. The reason why Allah will put indeed I will take you and raise you to myself is to show a sign of closeness that Allah will have with Jesus Christ in heaven.
Okay, beautiful. Do you know one of the way Allah takes believers in Islam when they die?
What?
Like in Islam, right? When people die, do you know how Allah takes the souls of people?
Okay, that's a similar ayat, and you're using Ibn Kathir's hadith. The hadith that Ibn Kathir.
That's fine. I'm trying to give you some. That's fine. Yeah. I'm just trying to give you some context because I don't think you understand some things. So, for example, in Islam, you can look this up. I'm not lying to you. We call sleep the brother of death because sleep is the closest thing you are to death. So when Allah actually says that when we die, He takes some believers in sleep. So when you die in your sleep, which is one of the most common ways of dying, by the way, Allah actually He'll keep you in heaven because when you die, your soul wanders off. So one of the ways that when we die is Allah will keep us up there with Him. So if God is raising up Jesus to Him as well, it's nothing like that and special. So my question to you would be, do you know why Allah is raising Jesus to Him?
First of all,
what's the context here? What's this chapter about?
First of all, the only thing that would imply the cause you to sleep is the reason why Ibn Kathir said that is because the Arabic word that they used for take you was mutu wafika, and mutu wafika could mean to cause to die, and it could mean to cause to sleep. We're not focusing on if he died or if he was caused to sleep. What we do know.
I understand that. I'm just telling you.
What we do know.
I'm just telling you, in terms of this closeness, He's not the only one.
It was made to appear so. That's all we need to. That's all we need to say for that. But what happened to Jesus after was that He was raised to the very presence of Allah, and Allah wants us to believe that there's a unique closeness that Jesus will have with Allah in the sense of divinity. Because He's going to be taken to the very presence of Allah. We all know where Allah is. He's above the seventh heaven, established on His throne, and He's there. And He's going to be there for all eternity with Jesus, as we know from now. From Surah 55, saying that He's going to be delivered to Allah. Right? It says, "Take you to myself."
He'll be there to Allah for eternity.
He'll be there with Allah for eternity, right? Because it says because according to Abbas and according to Kashani, right? It says that he's going to be. It might be Jalal Jalaid. It might be Jalal Jalaid or Kashani and Kashani. And they say that he's going to die, right? In the second coming, he's going to die. And then he's going to be taken back to where? Not to the heavens, but to Allah. Very simple.
Okay, so I just want to clarify this for you because you seem to have some conflicting views, which is fine. I don't think you read this entire chapter. I don't think you read the before after the verse too. I think what you're doing is that you're reading one verse and then you're getting an understanding of it from what Christianity says. The issue with this is that when I go to study Christianity, I'm going to critique it from the biblical lens, not the lens of the Quran. I just want to say that. So when you read the Quran, you have to put on the lens of what our scholars say and what we're talking about. So let me just read with this a little bit before and after, so you get an understanding of what's happening here, and I'll give you some explanations of what Surah Ma'idah is actually about. So if we go from 47, I'll do a little bit of reading, so pay attention. It's talking all about Jesus here. So we'll start from right here. So in 345, it says, "And mention when the angels say, 'O Mary, indeed Allah gives you good tidings of a word from him, whose name will be the Messiah Jesus, the son of Mary, distinguished in this world and the hereafter, and among those brought near to Allah. He will speak to the people in the cradle and in maturity and will be of the righteous.'" By the way, if you see in 345, "and among those brought near to Allah," this actually implies that Jesus, peace be upon him, is not the only person that's also brought near to Allah. I just wanted to make that clear for you because that's what I was telling you earlier. 347, she said, "My Lord, how will I have a child when no man has touched me?" The angel said, "Such is Allah, he creates what he wills. When he decrees a matter, he says to it, be, and it is." That's why we say Jesus is the word from Allah, because he said the decree, the word, be, and it is, kun fayakun, and then Jesus happened in the womb of Mary.
Okay.
So, yes. Okay, 348. "And he will teach him."
I know the context.
1 second.
No, because I know the context. It's very simple.
You don't know the context.
I do know.
I will give you 10 minutes to speak after this. Just listen. I'll give you 10 minutes.
I want 10 minutes to speak. I just want to make a simple statement, right?
All right, go ahead.
The Quran is your prime authority of faith, right? Like the most authentic book in your religion, the Quran.
The Zabur, Torah, Injil, and the Quran are the 4 books that we have to affirm as Muslims.
We don't have the other ones. You only have the Quran. Come on now. Okay, so the Quran itself, in 355, in Surah 4, 157 to 158, it states that Jesus was neither killed nor crucified, right? And it said God raised him up to himself. In 355 also, God raised him up to himself, right? It's not, you are thinking this raising to himself is a metaphor to raising him to the second heaven because of the hadith. You're appealing to hadiths and
I never said that.
Yeah.
I never said that.
Well, you're saying they caused his soul to
No,
sleep.
This is no.
I'm just
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm trying to ask
you
you
making,
Let me ask you something though. Let me ask you something. Are you saying that this raising is not understood in Islamic theology to mean that Jesus was brought to the presence of Allah, but rather instead to be believed that Jesus was brought to the second heaven? Yes or no? Which one?
I never said that. We actually affirm that he was brought to the presence of Allah. Listen to what I'm telling you. Let me answer.
There you go.
So
if he was in the very presence of Allah, no, listen. No, it's my turn now, right? Because if he's in the very presence of Allah, where is Allah? He's above creation, right? What would that mean for Jesus if he is above creation? Can creation be above creation? Yes or no?
So here's your issue that you're having.
Can creation be above creation? Just answer the question, yes or no. It's not an issue I'm having. It's an issue within your religion.
Are you going to let me answer, or are you going to speak over me? Because I'm recording this.
I don't care. I'm asking you, brother. Holy shit, I'm asking you.
Okay, so then you're going to let me interrupt me, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Let me answer.
I'm not. You're
okay,
so funny, dude. I'm not
listen. So let me answer you, and I want to give you the rest of the context because you weren't listening earlier. You cut me off. So look, with this verse, I accept that he literally raised Jesus to him. Now, to be clarified, we don't know where Allah was at this point when he raised Jesus to him. We don't have that. Listen, what I'm telling you, we don't have that information because we also know that during certain times of the year, Allah will also descend and he hears our prayers and he makes rulings. So, in this specific case, it is not made. Hold on.
Pause.
Listen to my answer fully. Listen to my answer fully before you interrupt me.
Okay, fine.
No. You're not done. I'm not done answering you. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Listen. It is not made clear where Allah is at this current moment when he raised him up to him. Now, when you were talking with this hadith, I never made this claim. Yes, in the hadith, it does say that our prophet met Jesus in the second heaven. Now, this is why the context is important of reading the Quran, because you're not reading the context. This is what I'm trying to educate you on. Because your argument here is not a good faith argument, and no Christian used this argument. It's an irrational argument. Because if you read Surah, it's not a logical conclusion, because if you read Surah Ma'idah, at this time, Jesus was being persecuted. So during this time, Allah saved him. He raised him alive, by the way.
Yes,
raised him
alive, where did it raise him to?
Purifies him.
Where did it raise him to?
He raised them up to in his presence. This is what it says.
In
now,
his presence,
one
exactly.
other thing.
Now pause. Now pause.
One other
now
thing.
Pause.
No, you're still interrupting. I'm recording this. Don't do it. You're gonna look very bad.
Brother, shake it. Let me
Don't do
speak
it.
now. It's my turn, brother.
No, you're interrupting.
Brother.
You've interrupted me. You have not let me speak for more than 5 seconds. I have it all recorded. So stop talking.
Oh my gosh.
Let me educate you because you don't know this.
You're not educating anything, right?
Listen what I'm telling you. During this specific time, he was raised to Allah to be purified.
Okay,
where he is after, tell me that. Where does he go after the fact?
Okay, I'll give you. So I can tell you where he was after, and what I will be using to tell you is a scholarly opinion. If we go, I'll show you right now. Can you join my stream, please? This is a Quran X commentaries. This is a website that Sam Shamoon uses, whatever. Okay, so it says Jalal al-Jalay, like I was telling you about earlier. Right? What does it say? It says very clearly, "I shall gather you." That means I shall seize you unto me from among them and raise you to me, right? Not to heaven. That is to the heaven of the Spirit alongside me, not to just the second heaven. And we could go in the future tense, right? Kishani, he says, on that day, he's talking about the day of resurrection, to me shall be your return after he dies. So we know where he's going to be in the future sense because Kishani says it, Joel Jalaid also says it. He says very clearly that Jesus Christ's return will be until the day of the resurrection, then to me shall be your return. It's not saying it's going to be to heaven is his return, to me is his return, just like how myself is his return when he was saved from Allah, when he was almost crucified.
Put it back up so I can read it fully, thank you. I'm done reading. Leave it up so I can read it fully.
And Ibn Kathir is what you were talking about earlier when it causes you to sleep, but you failed to realize I wasn't talking about Mutawafika, I was talking about raising you myself.
Your stream is not loading. Your stream's not loading.
So here.
Your stream is not loading, by the way. Okay, here we go. Right. Keep it there. Let me read it and I'll give you the answer. Hold on.
Okay, and after this I'm tired, right? It's like 8:33 p.m. and I've been doing this all day. But that's all I'm going to justify because it says very clearly from the scholarly interpretation that Jesus Christ on this very day he was
what was your claim again?
He's raised to the very presence of this? He's being raised to the very presence of Allah, and then you said that it's a mystery on where he's going to be in the future, and I say no, it's not. He's going to be raised back to the presence of Allah in the future on the day of resurrection. Very clearly, he's going to be there till the day of resurrection.
No, that's
then after
you're not. You're still contemplating what I'm saying.
Oh
so gosh, you're him now. To be clarified, we don't know where Allah was at this point when He raised Jesus to Him. We don't have that. Listen, what I'm telling you, we don't have that information because we also know that during certain times of the year, Allah will also descend and He hears our prayers and He makes rulings. So you're still trying to twist what I'm saying, right?
I'm not trying to twist.
What I told you, brother, I thought you were a man of God. Why are you swearing right now? Anyways, I thought you were a man. I don't know why you're swearing. Anyways, so hopefully you wash your tongue and you don't speak like that again. But anyways, so as far as it goes. When I'm looking at what you're saying, what I said specifically was that after he's purified and washed, it isn't made clear to us where he is after the fact. Yes, I accept the fact that.
So the scholarly opinion.
Listen, you interrupted me again.
The scholarly opinion is that he's going to be taken to Allah, to the very presence of Allah, till the day of resurrection. Then on the day of resurrection, he's going to come back down, die, and then being taken back to Allah is his return. All right, you're being a donkey. I've showed you. I'm done. You can get out of here now. I've cooked you enough. You didn't teach me anything. I have schooled you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, prove today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Prove that I have done all this at your command, O Lord. Answer me. Answer me so these people will know that you, O Lord, are God and that you have brought them back to yourself.